think in many ways, what we're seeing is predictable because it's not that different from what we've seen in previous years. We always have seen a seasonal bump in the numbers of people crossing the border. We're seeing that again this spring. We're also seeing a bit of a backlog of people who were not able to cross during the pandemic, or people who were waiting in Mexico to make their asylum claims and were not able to under the Trump administration. So there is an increase in what would be a normal seasonal increase. Now, we also are seeing some changes that have a lot to do with the ways in which the Biden administration has kept in place some of the Trump administration policies.
Let's talk about that. Title 42 remains in place. The cap on refugees have as well. What will that do here over the next few months if, in fact, those policies remain in effect?
What Title 42 does is it allows the Border Patrol to simply expel people right away across the border back into Mexico without putting them into any proceedings at all. And so that has done a couple of things that has contributed to the higher numbers that we've been seeing the last few months. It means we're seeing more repeated border crossings, particularly by single adults. The other thing that Title 42 is doing is it is actually creating some of the phenomenon of the unaccompanied minors, because we have people who are on the Mexican side of the border, families with children who are not allowed to cross because they've been expelled back into Mexico under Title 42. And so what a lot of parents are doing is they're sending their children across the border because conditions in Mexico are so dangerous. They're so fraught for those families.
Some of the migrants have made the claim that they have heard that the immigration policies under President Biden will be different than they were under President Trump. And they have been told that now is a better time to attempt to come. And there are people who question that. What do you say to them?
This is not a border crisis. What it is a particular kind of humanitarian challenge. We have to remember that requesting asylum at the US border is legal. That's how our laws function. Not everyone who requests asylum will obtain asylum because not everyone will have a strong case for asylum. But people do have the legal right to request asylum at our border. And we have the ability to manage this. This is not a non-manageable situation. But what we need to do is manage it like the humanitarian issue that it is.
Okay. Dr. Elizabeth Oglesby from the U of A Center for Latin American Studies. Thank you.
Thank you very much.